In 2000, when Betty called me, I was standing in the cancellation line of The Lion King. I was there with a film crew. I was directing a series of commercials for CNBC. And Betty said, "Dave, the rights to the greatest salesman in the world are not going to be renewed. Would you be interested?" And I said, "Betty, is this a rhetorical question?" And she laughed. We talked for the next hour, and by the time we finished, we had a framework for me coming back, leaving the film business, going back to my roots as a consultant and a coach, and bringing Og Mandino's principles into the 21st century. What was the first task? The first task was finding an instrument that measured the very things Og was telling us to change. Our thought processes. Didn't want a personality test, didn't want an aptitude test. I wanted to find a science that would help us measure how someone is thinking. And we finally found it in the formal science of axiological mathematics. Now that's a mouthful, you don't need to remember it. It's Cantor's transfinite calculus, it's infinitudes. Very complex mathematics. It won't be that way for you when you take the assessment. That may be the easiest experience you ever go through. But behind all of that is a complex math that allows us, with laser accuracy, to identify your habits of thinking. Now, some of those habits will be great strengths. And some of those habits will sabotage your life. And these are just habits. As human beings, we have the gift of metacognition. That means we can step back and reflect on our own thinking. And we discover, wow, those thoughts have really been controlling my life. When this happens, I think like this and it sabotages me. Now we know exactly where that's happening and can apply with laser accuracy principles, practices, and processes to create a shift in that thought process, and it is like a miracle. The brain has neuroplasticity. We can change a neural pathway. Take the intentional creation assessment. See how accurately it measures your habits of thinking. And when you're ready, invite a coach to sit down with you and review the results to go even deeper and gain a greater understanding of what's happening. We have conducted this assessment with 50,000 people, mostly business owners and salespeople. We could add to that an NFL quarterback, lots of CEOs. I've had the privilege of debriefing, going through the results with over 6,000 people. 6,000 people, an hour and a half to 2 hours a person. Had the privilege of coaching 3,500 people. I remember Lee Steinberg when I did this for the first time. #1 agent ever. He said, no one's been able to measure this. This is going to be worth millions of dollars to a football team. Scott Irwin, Apex Pipe. He showed me the graph, pre-Og Mandino, post-Og Mandino, and revenue generation. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, take your life to the next level, let us help you identify what is keeping you from getting there, and then sharing with you the principles and practices and processes to shift the thought, to free you up, to be all that you're meant to be your true self, your authentic self, enthos hectic, your true self, owning your genius, and being able to perform at an extremely high level. That's our mission. Help you find out where those pieces are, share with you the principles that make the shift, and send you out into the world to be all that you were meant to be.